Today I am going to discuss some important questions of exercise 1.1 of the topic relation. Okay, so first of all, regarding that one, we are to recall reflexive, symmetric, and transitive relations so that the discussion will become fruitful. First of all, I am just recalling reflexive relation. As you know, reflexive relation, a relation is called reflexive when all the elements, every elements of the first set, let the set is A having elements 1, 2, 3, 4, and if all the elements of this set are self paired, they are self related, they are having the relation to itself. If it happens, then we say that this is a reflexive relation. That means we are to show that any element that is belonging to set A are self paired. Our self paired can be shown as this or as this. So when we will show this one, we will say that this relation is reflexive. Otherwise, this relation won't be reflexive. Mind it, the noticeable point is here that we whenever we are to check reflexivity of any relation, we are to take element from the given set. Mind it, we are to take element from the given set to check reflexivity. Okay, the second one was symmetric symmetric relation. Symmetricity symmetricity is to be shown only when we are having any pair related to themselves. As for example, if A comma B belongs to R, that means we are saying that A is related to B. If A is related to B or A comma B belongs to R, they are the same things. तो ऐसे सिचुएशन में हम लोगों को ये दिखाना है कि if A is related to B, then B is also related to A. If A is related to B, then it should imply that B is related to A. If it happens, then we say that this relation is symmetric. So mind it. If we are to show that any relation is symmetric, we for the purpose of checking, we will take an example. We will take a pair from the given relation. After taking that pair from a relation, we will check whether its inverse relation is also there or not. Actually, I mean that whenever A is related to B is supposed, then only then we are to check B is related to A or not. So mind it, for reflexivity we are supposing an element, we are taking an element from the given set, and to show this relation is symmetric, we are taking a pair from the given relation. That means we are taking two elements which are related, and then we are to check the second one is also related to first one or not. So in this process we are to take the first pair from the given relation, and now the transitive relation, if we want to show any relation is transitive, then we should have two pairs from the given relation. As for example, if A comma B belongs to R, and at the same times B comma A belongs to R, if it happens, then we say that, then we are to check that, rather we are to check that A comma, I missed here, it should be C, and we have to check that A comma C also belongs to R. I'm repeating. Actually, whenever we are to check transitivity of any relation, we are to take two pairs from the given relation such that the second element of the first pair is the first element of the second pair. And after supposing this one, we will check whether A and C are related or not. That means A is in the same relation with C or not. If it happens, then we say that the relation is transitive. Again, I am repeating. To check reflexivity, we are to take an element from the set over which this relation is defined. And to check symmetricity, we take one pair, one pair from the given relation. We take one pair from the given relation, as for example, A comma B belongs to R. And then we check whether B comma A belongs to R or not. Now, to check transitivity of any relation, we will take two such pairs from the given relation as A comma B belongs to R and B comma C belongs to R, and then we will check whether A comma C, that means the first element of the first pair and the second element from the second pair, are related or not. If they are related, then we will say this relation is transitive relation. Mind it, sometimes we will write in this way: A is related to B and B is related to C. These two are given to us, and then we will check whether these two informations are implying that A is related to C or not. If it happens, then we say that this is transitive relation. And now the very important fact regarding this one: if you are not having any information, that means if there is a lack of information, then reflexivity, symmetricity or transitivity will be confirmed that they are there. As for example, suppose that we are thinking about a null relation. A null relation. Null relation has no element inside it. And the given set is A. Given set is A having 1, 2, 3 as its elements. And now, first of all, you check it whether this relation, this null relation, is reflexive or not. Mind it, I just told you. To check reflexivity, we are to pick an element from the given set. Mind it. So if we pick any element from the given set as 1 or 2 or 3, then we are to check whether these element 1, if I take 1, then 1 is related to itself or not. That means is 1 comma 1 in this relation or not. Clearly, if we take 1 from set A, then we know that 1 comma 1 will never belong to phi. Phi is empty relation here, empty relation or null relation as you wish to call. So 1 comma 1 cannot belong to phi because we know that phi is an empty set. Empty relation contains no element inside it. So clearly this relation is not reflexive. This relation is not reflexive because there is no 1 1, there is no 2 2, there is no 3 3 element inside the given relation. And now again I would say to check symmetricity of this relation. Now you tell me, can you say this phi is symmetric? This phi is symmetric. Can you say this one? Can you say this one? To check this, I just told you, you are supposed to take an element from the given relation. You are supposed to take an element from the given relation. As for example, you can take A comma B belongs to the given relation, and then only then you are supposed to check whether B comma A belongs to R or not. B comma A belongs to the given relation or not. Okay, mind it. This phi contains no element inside it. So how can you pick any pair from it? You cannot take. Again, I am repeating my statement. To check reflexivity, you are to pick an element from the given set. And to check symmetricity, you are to pick a pair, an element from the given relation. But you cannot pick here any element from the given relation because this null relation contains no element. So if does not contain any element, you cannot pick any element. So if you say this is symmetric, there is no controversy. There is no controversy. There is lack of information, and due to lack of information, this phi, this empty relation is symmetric. Okay, I will write down later. Just I am in a simple discussion here. Now, transitivity, transitivity of this relation. For to show, rather to show any relation transitive, we need to pick two pairs, two elements from the given relation. Not only this, we are to pick those pairs such that the second element of the first pair must be the first element of the second pair. पहले पेयर का जो दूसरा एलिमेंट है, दूसरे पेयर के पहला एलिमेंट दोनों सेम होना चाहिए. First of all, mind it, we are to pick such two pairs from the given relation, but here we cannot pick. We could not pick one element from the given relation so that we could not conclude that its converse will be there or not. So we directly said that this is symmetric because we could not pick one element from the given relation, and now we are supposed to pick two pairs, two elements from the given relation. How can we do? So we cannot do. We cannot do. That means there is lack of information. If there is lack of information, then we will say this is transitive. This is transitive. Minded. If there is a lack of information, the relation is symmetric or transitive. Both. So this is transitive also. So I am concluding that this null relation, null relation is symmetric and transitive but not reflexive, because here we can pick any element from the given relation, but we are not able to show that this element of the given set is self paired or not. We cannot show any element from inside the null relation, so we cannot show that any element of the given set, let that one is 1 1, is inside it. We cannot say, we cannot conclude. So why this is not reflexive? But in the process of showing symmetricity or transitivity, we are unable to pick a pair from inside the relation or two pairs from inside the relation. So we concluded that this relation is symmetric as well as transitive. Okay, now if I say, I'm taking another example before starting the exercise, because the exercise needs these kind of activities, these kind of argumentations. So why I'm taking these examples? Suppose that there is a relation, there is a set. First of all, I am putting there a set because any relation is always over a given set. Suppose that a set is of elements 1 to 3 and a relation is given as 1 comma 2. My question is very straightforward. Is this relation reflexive? Is this relation reflexive? No, not at all. This relation is not reflexive. If this relation would have been reflexive, then 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 3 comma 3 must be the members of the given relation. But we are clearly seeing that 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 3 comma 3, none of them are inside this one. So we will conclude that since 1 belongs to A, but 1 comma 1 does not belong to R. Therefore, R is not reflexive. Okay, not reflexive. And having the same similar thing that was earlier discussed here. If I am to check whether this relation is symmetric or not, to check that one, we are supposed to we are supposed to pick one pair from inside the relation. Let that here clearly we are having one such pair we can take. So 1 comma 2 is clearly inside 1 comma 1 comma 2 is clearly 1 comma 2 is clearly inside the relation. So 1 comma 2 is a member of this relation, and now we are supposed to show that 2 comma 1 is also a member of this, but we are unable to show it because this is containing only one element. So 2 comma 1 is not present in R. 2 comma 1 is not present in R. So clearly R is symmetric, not symmetric. But what about transitivity of this relation? Sorry. What about transitivity of this relation? Again, I am repeating the same statement. What I told earlier, that to show transitivity, we are to pick two pairs from the given relation. Not only this, we are to pick such two pairs in which the second element of the first pair must be the first element of the second pair. Okay, so we should pick two such pairs from the given relation, but here we are unable to pick two such pairs because this relation is containing only one pair. So we are unable to pick two such pairs. So we will conclude that there is lack of information. And due to the lack of information, it is transitive. So we will say that due to lack of information, it is transitive. Now we are able to discuss this exercise, but before doing that one, I would just first show you the exercise in which such kind of questions are given here. Here in this question, this kind of question is here. We will later discuss these two questions in the second video. In this video, we are just concluding, but in the end of this discussion, I would just emphasize on my statement that when you are to show any relation reflexive, you need to pick an element from the given set. When you are in the process of showing any relation symmetric, you need to pick one element from the given relation. That means a pair from the given relation should be taken, and later on to show that reverse of that one. That means if a comma b is taken from the given relation, then you are to show that b comma a belongs to the given relation. That means to show symmetricity, we are to pick an element from the given relation, and if that element is not present there, we will say that there is a lack of information, so it is symmetric. Finally, if we want to check transitivity of any relation, we will have to pick two pairs from a given relation, and not only this, pairs should be of that kind in which the second element of the first pair must be the first element of the second pair. And after picking those two pairs from the given relation, we will have to show that the first element of first pair, that is a b a of AB pair, and C, the second element of the second pair, that is of B comma C, we will take C and we will check whether the first element A of the first pair and the second element of the second pair, that is C, are paired or not, are related or not. So in this process we have to pick two elements, two pairs from the given relation, and suppose that we could not pick such two pairs from the given relation. Suppose that any relation is of this kind, any relation is of this kind, 1 comma 2, 5 comma 7. Here we are having two pairs, we can take two pairs, but we are unable to pick such two pairs in which the second element of the first pair is the first element of second pair. If we are unable to pick such kind of pairs, then we will conclude that there is a lack of information, so this relation is transitive. So due to the lack of information, any relation may be reflexive, any relation may be symmetric, any relation may be transitive. Okay, I conclude this video, and in the following video we will discuss the exercise. Thank you, have a nice day.